One word, one phrase, and suddenly people knew exactly who you were. That was Isiah Whitlock Jr. His name might not have been shouted on every magazine cover, but his work left a mark on movies and television that will never fade. When the news came that he had passed away at 71 in New York City, the world paused. People could not believe it. The actor who had given life to some of the most unforgettable characters and turned one simple word into a moment everyone remembered, was gone. Whitlock was not just an actor who appeared on screen. He was a man who built a career that lasted decades, working with some of the greatest filmmakers ever. From Martin Scorsese to Spike Lee, from small television roles to big Hollywood movies, his talent was undeniable. Yet, even with all that, he never won the big awards. And he was okay with that, because for Whitlock it was not about trophies. It was about doing work that mattered and leaving something behind that would last. When he passed, his manager said something that captured the kind of person he was. If you knew him, you loved him. A brilliant actor and even better person. Those are not just words. They are the truth about a man who did not just act, he inspired everyone around him. Spike Lee, who worked with Whitlock on 6 different films, posted a photo of him without saying a word. That silent tribute said more than words ever could. Most people know Whitlock as Clay Davis from The Wire. He played a corrupt state senator, a man who could make one curse word stretch across an entire scene and leave viewers laughing, shocked, or in awe. That famous line did not even start on The Wire. It first appeared in Spike Lee's films 25th Hour and She Hate Me in the early 2000s. Writers on The Wire heard it, loved it, and decided it had to be part of his character. And the rest is history. That one word became so iconic that fans would stop him on the street 2 to 3 times a day, asking him to say it. And he always did, with a smile. Whitlock understood something most actors never do: the power of giving joy to people. When he walked through Grand Central Station and someone shouted his catchphrase, he said, "I am glad people enjoy it." That was not fake kindness. That was genuine understanding that his work mattered to others, that it connected with people. Even though The Wire is considered one of the greatest television shows ever, it did not get many awards when it first aired. Some might have been bitter about it. Not Whitlock. He said, "The most important thing is doing the best work you possibly can. And when you know you were part of something good, when history shows it was one of the great shows of all time, that makes you feel very proud. That is someone who understands what really matters. Impact, not trophies." Whitlock's career is incredible when you look at it closely. He appeared in 6 Spike Lee films, including BlacKkKlansman and Da 5 Bloods. He was in Scorsese's Goodfellas, a movie most actors would kill to be in even for a single scene. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. On television, he was everywhere: Law and Order, NYPD Blue, guest spots, recurring roles, you name it. He worked for nearly 40 years without slowing down. His dedication was unmatched. In Veep, he played General George Maddox, a powerful and memorable character. In Your Honor, he played a politician with shady connections. And in his final role in Netflix's The Residents, he played a police chief investigating a murder in the White House. He worked until the very end, showing that his passion for acting never faded. Whitlock was not limited to serious roles. He even lent his voice to animated movies like Cars 3 and Lightyear, and finished work on Hoppers, an animated science fiction comedy set to release in 2026. He could do action, drama, comedy, and animation. That is range. That is talent. He even had a sense of humor about his fame. In the comedy Cedar Rapids, he played a character obsessed with The Wire, the show that made him famous. Playing a fan of your own work in a completely different movie, Whitlock did it with style. That shows a rare self-awareness and joy in his craft. But his life was not just about acting. Born in South Bend, Indiana, as the 5th of 10 children, Whitlock came from humble beginnings. He studied at the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco and moved to New York, where he spent decades perfecting his craft. He did not chase fame, he chased excellence. And the fame came naturally because talent like his could not go unnoticed. His first notable role was in 1987 on Cagney and Lacey. From 1987 to 2025, That is 38 years of continuous work in one of the toughest industries in the world. Many actors fade after a few roles, but Whitlock built a lasting career, working with the best, and leaving behind unforgettable characters. Even without major awards, his impact is clear. The National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum even released a special Isiah Whitlock Jr. bobblehead for The Wire's 20th anniversary. Not for being a superhero, but for saying one word that captured everyone's attention. That is influence that lasts beyond screen time. Children who were not even born when The Wire aired know his line today. That is legacy. Whitlock also thought about the future. He set up a scholarship at Southwest Minnesota State for theater students. He wanted young actors to have opportunities he had to fight for. He understood that true success is not just personal, it is about helping others rise too. The entertainment world is feeling the loss deeply. He was not just talented. He was reliable, kind, and professional. Directors knew they could count on him. Co-stars knew he would treat everyone with respect. That combination of skill and kindness is rare, especially in Hollywood. Whitlock's passing was sudden. A short illness, no public farewell, just a quiet exit. One day he was working, planning future projects, and the next he was gone. It is a reminder of how fragile life is. But the impact he left is anything but fragile. He showed the world that success is not about awards, fame, or leading roles. It is about consistency, heart, and skill. He taught young actors that long-lasting careers are built through hard work and dedication, not shortcuts. He showed that excellence and kindness can coexist, even in an industry obsessed with glamour. Isiah Whitlock Jr. will be remembered not only for the words he said or the characters he played, but for the way he treated people, the generosity he showed, and the example he set. He proved that you can make a career in Hollywood, stay true to yourself, and still touch millions of lives. So, when you think of him, think of a man who gave everything to his craft, who made people smile, who created moments that will never be forgotten. Whitlock was not a leading man in the traditional sense. He was something better. He was the actor who made every scene stronger, every story more real, every character unforgettable. His voice may be silent now, but his work speaks louder than ever. His legacy is not just in television and movies. It is in the lessons he left for anyone who wants to follow their dreams. Dedication, kindness, excellence. That is what Isiah Whitlock Jr. stood for, and that is why the world will never forget him.